Well, it's not ideal weather, but this is the day I arranged to take the car in, and I've got a little kit bag of stuff I think I'll need. I went to the garage the other day just to check the car was still there, because it's been in the garage for 4 years.
The lock-up's gloom enshrouds a British folly 50 miles removed from daily thought. A Mark I Deluxe, its carpet-barren belly, speaks of dreams deferred, of youth long caught. 600 sterling, the annual tithe I render to this shrine of automotive stasis, its value eclipsed by years of non-use, a depreciating thesis on middle-aged crisis. Some latent malady lurks beneath its bonnet, a mechanical Damocles perpetually poised. Yet still I cling, with fervour near erotic, to this embodiment of choices unvoiced. 6 years of tenure, give or take, the clutch of time slips imperceptibly. Redundant cogs of good intent rust in their boxes, mocking potentiality. This 50-mile remove engenders a curious alchemy of guilt and pride, where absence catalyzes presence and ownership's a ghost that won't subside. At half a century's cusp, I vacillate twixt sentimentality and fiscal sense. No other mark could fill this peculiar void, this Allegro-shaped lacuna so immense. The paradox of ownership unravels, a possession possessed yet unpossessed. In absentia, it grows in mythos, a relic of self, imperfectly expressed.
Now, some might think that it's a bit cheeky calling the RAC on the first day of my cover, but the RAC have got their own bag because the waiting time is 7 hours. So I thought, well, that's all right. I can potter around the garage and the car in the meantime. So I was a bit dozy. I bought the wrong petrol for the car, so I put that petrol into the daily driver. It took me down here for the most part, but I did put some in here. And then I went and got some E5 to dilute it. It's got so many different keys. Different key for the fuel cap, different key for the boot. Oh, that's pretty heavy. We won't be carrying that around, do we? These are the old wheels. Daewoo hubcaps. Oh, not much in there. This reminds me of when I used to go and sit in my stepdad's MGB V8. It's got that kind of smell of a sedentary British Leyland car. I used to go and sit in it and play with the switches and imagine I was driving it. That had a ridiculously small, well, a ridiculously cramped back seat. You couldn't sit up straight in it, even as a child I couldn't. Okay, let's see if it works by some miracle. Absolutely nothing. I'd say it was dead as a dodo, but I think a dodo might be revived sooner. It's a bit cheeky, isn't it? I was just wondering what this was. something I bought all those years ago, possibly for the car, and have never opened it. Oh, it's what goes under the carpet, underlay. So the plan is to take this to the garage again, get a couple of spare parts fitted, and see if I can get a bit more enjoyment out of this car before I sell it. It's very expensive storing it. I never intended to store it for this long, it just happened. And you know, I've always had a strong attachment to Allegros, but if I do get an Allegro, I think I need to get one that's a bit more sorted than this. Also, it's not really the mark that I'm interested in. I was always interested in a white 1100 Series 2, but because I love Allegros, I'd take anything.
Series 2 shares much of the Series 1's elegance, but has a ton of useful modifications it should have had in the first place.
So I think the Series 1 is in many ways the coolest of the three, but they all have their own facets that make them special in each mark. Well, the RAC man came, and he did a lot of work on this car. He was here over an hour, and it wasn't good news. It's been sedentary too long, and it's got a seized up wheel. He managed to get the other wheels freed, but this one over here on the right hand side has got the brake is seized up. So I can't even get the car moved. Oops. And it's not just that, it's the fuel pump is spraying fuel everywhere except where it needs to go. That's rotted in the 4 years or so that it's been sat here, because that was not a problem before. But the main thing is the brakes. So just getting the car recovered to a garage, that's probably going to be a couple of £100, and then there's labour to get the brakes all fixed and get the parts and get everything greased and made safe. So just the brakes alone would be maybe 3 hours labour. That's what he reckons, to get them all sorted. And well, he was talking about a day's labour for all the things that he recommended, and that's not even including the parts that I bought for the car. So no, that's just it's not that I can't afford it. Actually, I can afford it, but I can't afford to do that and then just see something else go wrong. I just think at this point I've thrown an awful lot of money at this car when you include storage as well, and I think it's time for it to go to somebody else.